There we go. Yeah, I got the text window now. What I've got is I got the main screen here right in front of me, and then a little right off to this side there. There's a little window where all of your messages appear. And for some reason, when I started last time, that window wasn't over there. And I tried to turn it on and couldn't get it to work. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. That happened last week too, but I managed to somehow get the window to come up. I couldn't get it to come up this time. So whatever, it's working now. So, well, that's just one of the fun parts about technology. It must be something different that YouTube did to their software, because, like I said, that happened last week too. But I was able to fix it last week. So I don't know. How's everyone doing today? Good morning, Dave. Morning, top vloggers. Hi, everyone. Gotta love technology. It's a little bit messy out here because I still haven't got everything cleaned up from the painting adventure. So I got all this. I still got the kitchen table in here and all that. We're gonna get that hopefully put back together today. But there's Nibble for you. It's funny that she's the first one to appear. Huh? It's usually Bite that's the first to appear, but he's like behind the laptop right now. But she'll just sit there until she's ready. I sound a bit staticky. Oh no, that's no good. I'm not showing any problems on my end. Last thing you want to be is staticky. Well, so what's everyone doing today? Keeping busy? Yeah, it might just be a temporary thing here. Hello, Connie. How are you? And now both the kitties are over here. We must be getting into pecan season. I'm just noticing last couple of days I hear something hard hit the roof and then roll off the roof. I think the pecans are starting to fall off the tree and landing on the ground. It seems to happen in the morning, so I suspect the squirrels are up there doing something. You go to a restaurant, get a cheeseburger. That actually sounds really good. Ruth got her T-shirt. Yeah, you sent me a picture. It looks good. Mom's doing good. My mom's doing good. Yeah, she last week she had a whole bunch of friends visit, so I think that's a lot of what she needed. They when she was in the hospital with her little issue, I think they're just writing it off as anxiety and stress over all that's gone on. So best thing that can happen there is that she just socialize a lot more. And so we're that was a good thing to have friends and family and all that visit. So kitchen looks great. Thank you. Yeah, it turned out good. You haven't seen the last video yet, but it's almost done. Like I said, I haven't put everything back together. I still got a lot of stuff here in the living room, but that's probably going to be what the vlog is today. Um, there's still one vlog of that you haven't seen where I kind of touch everything up, but it turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with the results. You can see it back there. It looks kind of nice. I noticed that the color here isn't exactly the color that I had in California. It was a little darker. I think maybe a little bit more of a golden color. It was a little lighter yellow, I think I had last time, but I was just kind of trying to eyeball it from the paintball chip and paint chip, paintball. Not paintball. We're not doing any paintballing. From the paint chip I saw at Home Depot, and I thought that looked pretty close, but once I see it on the wall, it isn't exactly right, but it's okay. I like it. It turned out well. How are the lights doing in the tree? They're still doing fine, and I still really like them. It's the perfect amount of light for the yard. It isn't overwhelming, and that's kind of what I want. John is saying hello and goodbye. Wow. I guess the lights in the trees now give the squirrels a chance to eat the pecans at night. Yeah, the color looks really nice in the kitchen. I'm happy with it. Yeah, it's my Silo Scream shirt. Yeah, they're going to be. I got a text message from John, the guy who runs Silo Screams. They're going to be doing a. They're going to have a booth at a local Comic Con in Beltran, which is just a little south of Temple. And I've been invited to go there. I'm going to see if I can maybe even do an interview with John. That'd be kind of fun. But we'll definitely wander around the booths and take a check that out. I've never been to a Comic Con, so it should be fun. Saw all the foliage growing were flat. Yeah, I know that. That's that pumpkin thing or whatever it was. It was in the original garden. Basically, when I pulled it out, I just threw it in the corner there, and it actually ended up getting buried when I built Flash's cave, and that's all growing out of that. So that's actually kind of good that there's going to be that growing on there because it'll provide, it'll kind of hold the soil together and all that. So I think it'll be good. It'll kind of create more of a natural environment for Flash to go hide because she'll be able to. It'll actually be like she's going in the bushes. Kitchen isn't completely done. I've still got, the kitchen table is still here. A bunch of the stuff needs to still go back in the cabinets. And if you remember, there was like a shelf that went above the window, and I haven't reinstalled that yet. So that's going to probably be the task for today, getting the kitchen finished up. Hi, Mark. Yeah, everything's going great. How are you doing? Can Flash eat that type of foliage? I don't know. I don't know if she can eat that. We'll see. She seems to have a good knowledge of what she can and can't eat. So, because there were things that she shouldn't have eaten in the house in California, and so far as I know, she never did. She knows what she likes. I had those giant Burmese honeysuckles in the backyard, and when those things would bloom and when the flowers would fade, they'd drop off, and she loved the flowers. She also loved the plumeria flowers. When they drop, she'd eat those too. Any new Flash videos? I haven't seen any video. Beth hasn't sent me anything recently, so nothing new. You'll see it when I see it. Tomato plants are starting to produce now. The jalapenos are just kind of doing what they're doing. I think, and I think I've said this before, I think the jalapenos like a little bit drier soil. And since I didn't really create a way to separate the two beds, so I can water one but not the other, I think I'm maybe overwatering the jalapenos. But I don't know. We can make adjustments and maybe make it so that changes next year, or maybe we'll just plant something else in there. The little cherry tomatoes now, I think those are pretty much almost done. But I got four good sized tomatoes, or three good sized tomatoes right now, about the size probably about a baseball. Hello, Brock. How are you? Is the painting in your bedroom next? Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that's left. The bedroom and master bath. That's all that's left, really. Everything else is painted now. I mean, unless I decide to do like the laundry room, but I might just leave that the way it is. What's the temperature there today? I don't know what it is right now, but we're in the middle of a heat wave, and we're supposed to get into the upper 90s. I think they said 98 today. So they're saying we're going to be in the hundreds before too long. Finally, starting getting to some real summer weather here. Get to the point where the swimming pool is nice to be in all the time. Hey Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Your son loves tomatoes. I do too. I love tomatoes. I'll eat them like an apple. That's how much I love tomatoes. Yeah, Nibbles over there meowing at me. She's got a funny meow. It isn't a meow. It's more. You guys are just waiting for the trees, aren't you? You haven't come up and visited us though yet, have you? No, you haven't. I think he's a little freaked out because the table's over there. His normal place is like not normal, is it? You're so easy. You want to nibble here. Mike doesn't get any more though until he comes up and visits. Because this is the Breck and Bite show, or the Bite and Breck show, right? Yeah, really, I'm really glad for air conditioning. I'm also glad to have competition in electricity providers here in Texas. You know, you go out and you pick the plan that you want, and that's the way it works. And I picked basically a flat rate. I pay a flat rate every month, and no matter how much electricity I use, uh, my rates don't go up. So that's really great. That was great in the winter when everyone else's rates were going crazy during that weird storm we had. Mine didn't change at all. You know, so and I can use the air conditioning as much as I want, and it's good. So I have thought about actually solar. I've actually thought about using solar to heat the pool because it seemed to me if I ran some plumbing up on the roof and just kind of crisscrossed it back and forth over and over again, let it heat up, let the sun heat up in the pipe as it's going through the pump. It goes through the pump, it goes through the filter, and it goes up on the roof. It's heated up before it's pumped back in the pool. That should help keep the pool warmer too. But there's weaknesses with solar, but one of the advantages of solar is it would be great to like run air conditioning, because the time you want the air conditioning is when the sun is out. What are the thoughts on the paint color for the bedroom? I don't really have an idea on that yet. That may end up being another thing like the guest bedroom where I let you guys pick it. I don't know. We're going to take a little time off right now though from painting. Painting takes a little time and it's a little bit of work, so I don't like to just sit there and paint. So maybe a few weeks before we get to that. But yeah, I might actually do let you guys pick the color. Oh, you like the amp on the wall? Yeah, that used to belong to the guitar player of Guided by Voices, and so it actually belongs to the same guy who I bought this guitar from. They actually both came as a set. And he sold both of them, and I got both of them. So yeah, I mean, I'll admit the what I pay for electricity here is a little bit more than I paid in California, but uh, like I said, I have the air conditioning running, all the time. You got it here in the summer. So, and I mean everything. A lot of things are electric too here. We don't have natural gas. My cooking was natural gas in California. My heating was natural gas in California. My water heater was natural gas in California. So my dryer was natural gas in California. So that was a lot less expensive. And I didn't run the air conditioning that much because it had such a horrible effect on the electricity price, on my electric bill. I'd run the air conditioning for one day, and my electricity bill would spike $25. So I just got to the point where I never used the air conditioning in California. Even on really hot days, I just have the windows open and run the ceiling fans. But you can't get away with that here. You'll die if you do that here. Yeah, I really like the color of the kitchen. It's much brighter in there now. You'll notice it when I do my first cooking vlog, whenever that is. Have I requested time off from work yet? No, I still haven't done that. You're jealous. You like the amp, huh? Yeah, it's a cool amp because among other things, it's not solid state. It's all tubes, and so that I think helps a lot with an amplifier. You know, tubes deal with distortion, I think, better than chips do, and transistors and that kind of solid state. Yeah, I haven't really talked to Jordan. I was on his live stream about a week ago, and that's really all. We don't talk a whole lot. It's when one of us has something to share with the other, we'll let each other know. But we just kind of we are what we are. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do the Big Frog printer. Like I said, I was really hoping that they'd let me film the shirts being printed. They said they would, but I kind of figured it was likely they'd forget because I mean, it's not one of those things that's normal. And somebody says something, yeah, yeah, that's no problem, and then the time comes as they forget. So I figured that would be what happened, and I don't know. It probably would have been a good thing if they tried to make a note of it. It would have been a little free publicity because Big Frog just isn't in Waco. That's like a national chain, so it would have been good advertising for the whole chain. But whatever, that's what happens. Yeah, I've seen that Jordan's been doing a lot of work on the house lately. Now I'm guessing that was probably all done a month ago because he's way ahead on vlogs. You know, I don't even have the vlog that goes on Tuesday edited yet. It's recorded, but that's just kind of how I am. My vlogs are a little bit more contemporary. The vlog that went up last night, I shot on Tuesday. So Sammy was asleep, huh? I guess that's not really surprising considering you should do a shirt with flash on it. Maybe we could consider that at some point. Yeah, I was wondering what that was, PDXer. Saw a couple D's right at the beginning there. It happens. Did a big frog printing in Las Vegas, but they closed it down, huh? You'd think that Las Vegas would be a place where people would sell a lot of t-shirts. Maybe there's just a lot of competition there. But Big Frog, I guess, is a chain, right? Meow, meow. Oh, Bite's right down here right now, meowing at me. And Nibble was here a little bit ago, but I think she's gone back to her room. Let's see if we can coax her out here. There's Bite, or half of Bite. I don't know. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, there she is. There's your Nibble appearance. You'll sit there and hide behind the block rocker, aren't you? And Bite's gonna hide behind the TV tray, isn't he? So yeah, there's half of two cats. The half of this one that you know best, because that's the half you see all the time. The butt. So we'll see if they pop back out here. Let's see what's going on here. Have I gotten a promotion at work as a trainer? I don't know if I call it a promotion. It's just, I told my boss during the interview that, at some point he'd be having me doing training. And so, I'm happy that they're doing that. I got to admit that when I was, every job I've ever had, I've been a trainer, and it's always been kind of the most rewarding part of the job. I love teaching people to do things. So, and the guy I'm working on right now, he's going to be one heck of an operator when he's done. He's really, really sharp. Yeah, I heard something about a Jamaican restaurant in Waco too. I don't know. I don't know if what it's called, but it might be something I might try. What films have I been watching? What did I watch? I've been kind of going through a frat party type phase. So I watched Animal House and Revenge of the Nerds last night. Let's see, what else have I been watching? I'm kind of horrible at putting my movies away here, so I can actually show you things here. I keep trying to get into this one, and I get like 20 or 30 minutes into it and have to turn it off. I really like the other one. This movie came out at the same time. It was kind of released as a double feature with a Quentin Tarantino movie called Death Proof, and I bought both of them. And I don't know. I can't get into this one. I keep trying to watch it, and you know, eh, I tried again. It didn't work. I picked up a new one called The Last Starfighter. I remember watching that a long time ago and enjoying that one. I kind of like sci-fi kind of movies. It looks kind of cheesy now. The special effects look really, really fake these days, but I remember being really impressed with it when I was a kid. Watched Blazing Saddles the other night. That's a good one. I've always been a Die-Hard fan, so I watched that one the other night. Dr. Detroit, I picked that one up a while ago. That's actually a really great movie. A lot better movie maybe than you might think it is. It's really funny. And of course, Revenge of the Nerds. You saw it. We just talked about that. My Super Ex-Girlfriend. That one's really funny. I actually was going to watch that one, and then something else came up. But I still got it out. So we'll put it on some point. That's a good movie. Animal House, of course, I told you about that. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, that's a kind of a fun one. Let's see, what else do we got here? Under Siege, I like a good action movie, good Steven Seagal flick. I like Eric Bogosian too in that. Jackass, can't go wrong with that, right? What could be better than a couple of idiots, a bunch of idiots trying to hurt themselves? Sling Blade, I got that one just recently. I remember watching that recently and that I really liked that movie, and so I picked up a copy of that recently. Spider-Man Homecoming, and the one after that, Far From Home. Those are both decent movies. American Carol, that one's kind of funny if you've never seen that one. Kind of recommend that. And one of the Terminator movies. So there you go. Do I have time scheduled for visiting California? No, not yet. Yeah, well, and I think that's probably the reason why I kind of do like Jamaican food, because it is spicy. Indian food too. Okay, that's the second time someone's mentioned static on the lines. Anybody else hearing static? A lot of movies couldn't be made today, unfortunately. It was funny. I was thinking about importing Blazing Saddles into my editor and editing out everything that would be considered offensive and couldn't be made today, just to see how short the movie actually is. It'd probably be like 2 minutes long. Eric's going to watch the Back to the Future trilogy. Yeah, that's a good series too. I have that too, but for some reason, some of my DVDs have stopped working. And I don't know why it is. You know, they play for a while, and then you get into the middle of it, and it freezes. And I know there's nothing wrong with the DVD. I know how to take care of DVDs, and I know how to look at them and determine if there's something physically wrong with them. I'm beginning to wonder if there's like some manufacturing defect or something. I really would like to go to like a company that makes them and have them put them on an analyzer and see if they can tell me what's going on, because these discs used to work and they just suddenly stopped working. And one of them is my Back to the Future 3 disc, and I like the Back to the Future 3 one. That's a great movie. No, I know how to check DVDs. Like I said, I used to make DVDs, so I know how to look at them. I know how to determine if they're scratched or dirty or anything like that. There's nothing like that. Yeah, I don't think it's the DVD player either, because I have several players and they all kind of do the same thing on the same discs. You like the T-shirt? Yeah, actually, the back of it is actually way cool too. Oh, well, you can see back here. Let me turn around here. That's the back of it. Great imagery on the back. It's actually a really soft shirt too. It's almost got like a silk feel to it. You like the Super Dave Osborne anthology, huh? That's cool. You like the cheesy humor? Yeah, I like cheesy humor too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe YouTube's doing something weird because not everybody says they're having problems. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just something local to you. They have DVD cleaning discs. Yeah, they do. I don't use that. Like I said, I used to make CDs and DVDs, for a living, so I know how to do it. I know how to do it just manually using, a wipe and a little isopropyl alcohol. So I don't really need to do anything, buy any toys to do that. How's my mom? My mom's doing good. As I say every time somebody asks that, we're as far away from me having talked to my mom as I can be because she usually calls on Sunday afternoon. So I'll hear from her in a couple hours, and so I'll get the latest there. But generally, with my mom, no news is good news. So now I did actually send her a couple of photos a couple of days ago of the kitchen, and she replied to that. So I like to kind of keep her in the loop on that kind of stuff. I sent her that photo of the kitchen and that, oops, wrong one here. Touched the wrong button as I flipped it around. And that picture of the kitchen. That's sort of what it looks like right now because that's where the kitchen table would normally be. And right now the kitchen tables are right there. Have I seen Yellowbeard? No, I haven't. I got to admit, I haven't. I don't really watch a lot of movies anymore. It's got to be something that that I was interested, either something I saw a long time ago or something I hear about that, yeah, I think I'd like that. And then I'll go out and buy the Blu-ray or something like that. I haven't been to the movie theater in a long time. I don't even know what's in the theater right now. License to Drive and Moving Violations. Yeah, I remember both those movies. Those were funny. Yeah, I love the kitchen color. You can see, I mean, it's way different than the kind of blue-green that was there before. You're feeding your grandbubs, huh? Yeah, got to have something to eat at 1:45 in the morning. I hear you. Jeff's back, but he's headed off to eat. All right. See, that's probably what it is that always triggers us to start talking about food. Jeff coming in and saying, "Hey, we're going off to eat." And then we start talking about eating. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I'm almost done with this place. Almost got this shit place whipped into shape here. Jeff's finding a bunch of good DVDs at Goodwill, huh? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid is good. Actually, I've never seen that one. What's the best way to clean CDs or DVDs? Honestly, a soft white cloth, something like a Kleenex, preferably something that doesn't have any texture, is really nice and soft, doesn't shed. So a lot of people will go out and get those things that they use to clean their eyeglasses with, those cloths that you use for that. Um, and that's a good thing, and some isopropyl alcohol. And make just wiping a smooth moisten it up and just kind of wipe it off and nice and smooth, get it all nice and dry. Am I planning to see Jordan in the future? Yeah, at some point I'll go visit him. Haven't really set up a time yet, but I do want to go see him. Pulp Fiction, Shawshank Redemption. I never seen Fight Club, but the other two, I agree with you. Those are great movies. I like just about anything that Quentin does. There's a couple of them I wasn't into. I didn't really like Django Unchained. I didn't like what was the one about the Nazis. It was filmed all in it was all in German. Inglorious Bastard. That one's the one. And Jordan's a big fan of Hateful Eight. I never saw that one, but I've seen pretty much the rest of them. Yeah, yeah. I'll go check out some more breweries at some point. There's two more like that I was told I should go visit. So Angela's feeling the desire to watch Alfred Hitchcock. That's cool. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption is a great movie. Agreed. A lot of people don't know, but that's a Stephen King book, actually. The actual story is called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. Am I going to the Bell County Comic Con? I believe I am. Is that the one that's in Beltran? Because I've been invited to that because the Silo Screams people are going to have a booth there, and they told me they have a pass for me. So I'll probably go on Sunday for that. That's a couple weeks away. And of course, I'll have to wear my Silo Scream shirt. I might even be working the booth a little bit. They were asking for volunteers to work the booth a little bit. Yeah, I watched some of the Alfred Hitchcock used to have a TV. Well, there used to be a TV show called Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and it was when I'd come home from work in those, back in like the early '80s. I'd go get home, and I'd get home from school before I'd go to work, and the it would be the Twilight Zone for a half hour, and then Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and I'd sit and watch both those, and then go off to work. Have I ever seen Train Spotting? No, I haven't. I haven't seen that one. Okay, yeah. So that's the one. Yeah, I am going to that one, Eric. I'll be there on Sunday. I'll probably vlog it a little bit. That's a couple weeks away, I think. I think John told. Let me see. Hang on. The guy who runs Silent Screams told me when it was. Let's see. Oh, it's actually coming up pretty quick. August 8th, 7th, and 8th. So yeah, we're like a couple weeks out. So yeah, I guess in 2 weeks, I might not be doing a live stream. I might be at the Comic Con. What are we? We are the 25th now. So yeah, that's like 2 weeks away. I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream from the Comic Con. That'd be kind of fun, huh? How are the tomatoes and jalapenos going? The tomatoes are going crazy. We're pretty much done with little cherry tomatoes now. I haven't seen any of those for a few days, but I've got three about baseball-sized tomatoes that I've gotten off of the plant now. So those are starting to come. Your dad has that week off, then you might be going. Well, that'll be fun. Hope to see you there. Yeah, I think I agree with Mark. I like the birds too. That was a great one. Honestly, though, the only Hitchcock movie I think I have is Psycho. Mark. Maybe The Bird was the prequel. Yeah, I like The Day the Earth Stood Still too. That's a great movie. There are a lot of great old science fiction movies, and that's definitely one of them. Clockwork Orange, yeah, another great movie. That one is a disturbing movie, but may not be for everyone. Definitely not a family movie. Not gonna watch that one on family night. Oh, here comes the bite. The Warriors, yeah, not there you go. Warriors, come out and play. Yeah, no problem, Mark. Just be very careful. Don't scratch him. I've heard about McCartney 321. I haven't seen it. I don't really watch a lot of stuff, stream a lot of stuff. You know, most of my time is working on the house, working at the job, or if I relax, I'll watch like a movie or something I have on DVD. Who would be one of my favorite actors? Um, there's a bunch of them. I really like Bill Murray. I've never seen him in something I didn't like him in. Um, uh, Sean Connery is great, or was great. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I'd have to kind of go through my collection and look at stuff and kind of remember. It's like, oh yeah, I like them. But yeah, those are two that I generally like everything they do. Clint Eastwood was generally pretty good. I heard Bill Murray is a jerk, though. He's one of those people I'd love to meet, but everyone I've ever talked to says that he's an absolute jerk to his fans, which is too bad. What about old Hollywood actors? I'm not really into old Hollywood actors or old Hollywood per se. There aren't a whole lot of really old movies that I go back to and watch. That's more of a Jordan thing. I'm more into contemporary things. I think Jordan really liked, was really into that. I guess there must have been somebody in his family that, watched the old movies, got him into that. Do you like the stand, the original one with like Ray Walston and Gary Sinise and that one, or the remake? Or are you talking the book? The book was fantastic, and I like the original stand with Gary Sinise and Ray Walston and Molly Ringwald and oh, who else was in that? Laura San Giacomo. Caddyshack is a great movie. Yeah, in fact, I'd probably, now that you mentioned The Stand, I'd have to probably add Gary Sinise to that list of favorite actors. No, not really into either Spencer Tracy or Gregory Peck. Like I said, that wasn't my era. Sean Connery's worst film was Zardoz. I've never even heard of that one, so I guess I didn't miss anything. I like Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red October, and of course, I'm a huge James Bond fan, so I like him from that. And he was also in The Rock, and he was pretty good in that. Man with No Name trilogy is unbeatable. Clint is the ultimate gunslinger. Agreed. Haven't seen the Man with No Name, but I do agree with Clint being the ultimate gunslinger. I saw, I think, the first Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie. I've never been a Tom Cruise fan. I saw the first night at the museum. I wasn't impressed enough to go see any more. Where's Bite and Nibble? I just saw Bite down the hall a minute ago, but it looks like he's um, oh, there he is. Now he's coming back down the hall. I think maybe you heard his name. Any female actresses I like? I like Uma Thurman. She's good. There are some. I like Carrie Fisher. She was good. Um, I have to go through the list. Let's see what movies I've got. I think Sigourney Weaver was good. I liked her in Alien, the Alien series, and she was good in Ghostbusters. Never saw The Firm. Saw A Few Good Men a couple times. You know, it was all right. I wasn't as into it. What's my favorite Bond movie? It looks like I got two related questions. What's my favorite Bond movie, and who's my favorite Bond? Um, I go back and forth on who my favorite Bond is. Right now, I think it's Roger Moore, um, but I go back and forth between him and Sean. And but I think my favorite Bond movie has always been Moonraker. But I mean, so many of them are good. Do I know the theme for this year's Silo of Screams, or does it stay the same every year? I know he modifies their stuff every year, and sometimes old mazes go away and new ones are replaced. But what he tends to do is update everything because he wants it to be the point where you can feel comfortable coming back every year, and it's not just going to be the same old thing. I remember last year when I went, and the year before when I went, a lot of the mazes were different. I mean, he completely rearranged the mazes and the way you wound through there and stuff like that. So he does a lot of work on that. When I think of Sandra Bullock, I guess I think of Speed, and she was okay in that, but I think that's really the only thing I've ever seen her in. Like I said, I stopped going to movies a long time ago. Yeah. I think I stopped going really when I bought my first house because at that point I had more things to do at the house, because I could always come up with some project I wanted to do in the house, and it just kind of made more sense to do that. Okay, Black Dot's educating me here. I thought there was actually a Man with No Name trilogy, but he's saying that Black Dot. I don't know. Black Dot's saying that it's a fistful of dollars, for a few dollars more, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there you go. Because the character didn't have a name in those. All right, there you go. You're educating me. I don't think there's really ever been a Bond that I didn't like. I mean, Daniel Craig is great. I just, you know, I guess when I think of James Bond, I think of Sean Connery, but I love the kind of wit and humor that came with Roger. You know, you could just tell Roger kind of understood what was going on, and there was a sense of humor that came with it with Roger that wasn't there. He kind of broke that third wall sometimes and stared at the camera and smirked at the camera. Your dad was the graphic designer who worked on the James Bond titles back in the 60s. That's cool. That's a great story. You like old school sci-fi movies from the 40s, 50s, and 60s, like This Island Earth, 20,000 Miles to Earth. I got a couple of movies from that era. I've got like, uh, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I guess that's sort of sci-fi. And I got it was like a two-disc set. It was that and War of the Worlds, I think was the other one. Yeah, kind of agree with you, Angela. A lot of the movies these days, you're right, they aren't worth going to. A lot of them, it's either a stupid story or it's something where there's no story and it's all special effects or remakes. And I'm not a fan of remakes, really. Most remakes just don't do it for me. Some of them are good, I'll agree, but, you know, for the most part, why? Dirty Harry, yeah, I got a Dirty Harry collection. I bought like a box set that had all the Dirty Harry movies in it. Kitchen looks great. Thank you. Yeah, it turned out good, I think. It's almost too bright out there now. I'm gonna maybe have to change the way I do the lighting a little bit because I always kind of there's like shades on this door here, and there's also another door here back there, and I always close them because it's the light shines through the flag and all that. But I might end up having to actually close these shades now a little bit too because it's a little almost too washed out back there now because it's so bright. Yeah, Roger Moore was a little older, I think, than that. But I think it also has to do with he was really the first Bond that I saw because I think the first James Bond movie I ever went to was probably The Spy Who Loved Me. What's my favorite Dirty Harry movie? Um, well, let's see. I got to remind myself of the individual titles here. I guess I'd have to say the original Dirty Harry. I mean, there were a few of them that were good. And like I said, I got a nice box set here. It's got all the movies and some like cool collectibles and stuff like that. I got a Dirty Harry badge here. You know, so if I ever want to impress somebody, I can pretend I'm him, and all sorts of fun stuff here. Collectible posters and stuff like that came with it. This is kind of a cool box set that came out. Honestly, I haven't opened this up and looked at this in a long time, so. And it came with these kind of miniature versions of movie posters and stuff like that. This is like postcard size. You know, sometimes these box sets can include some really kind of fun stuff. Sudden Impact, Deadpool. Let's see, some telegrams about, I guess it's like about the movie here. I gotta actually look at this stuff again at some point. But like I said, I picked up it was just one of those things. They had a good deal on the box sets. So I picked up the whole thing at once. Fun stuff. Let's see, what am I missing here? Like Sharon Stone and Basic Instinct and The Quick and the Dead. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, uh, I don't think I saw The Quick and the Dead, but I saw Basic Instinct. That was what it was. Planet of the Apes. See, that was one of the ones. Well, it wasn't really a remake, but I do like the prequels that they made. There's three of those, and they're actually good. I like them all. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Peg Tooth. The remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Why? Why would you do that? I mean, the first one was perfect. So if there was an Escaping the Mouse movie, who would I want to play my part? I don't know. Have no idea. I wonder if Jordan's available. He's got some acting experience. Yeah, well, wait till you graduate, Eric. Then you don't have to worry about school starting up again. You won't even think about that. I ever see the name Maurice Binder in the credits of early James Bond movies. That was my dad's boss. That's cool. Ever met any actors living in California? Met a few people, mainly because I got to get, it was with Jordan, because Jordan was always running into people. I can't believe the people that guy met. Um, Probably nobody significant. You know, People that were kind of I thought were cool to me. I got to meet the guy. I was just mentioning we were watching Revenge of the Nerds the other night, and one of the characters in that movie is named Booger, and that's a character uh, played by a guy named what was his name? I was just thinking of his name a second ago. Oh, it's probably written here. Curtis Armstrong, that was his name. And I met him once, and that was kind of cool. In fact, I got a picture of me with him. That's me with him right there on the wall. Here, I'll go get that one so you can see that picture. For those of you who remember the character Booger. Yeah, that's me and Booger right there. So that was kind of cool. We met him at a Vincent Price Film Festival of all things. And Jordan pointed over at him, and I said, "Is that Booger?" And he said, "Yep." Yeah, I agree, John. Roger Moore. There was more humor to it. You know, yeah, like I said, every once in a while, Roger would stare at the camera and kind of smirk, like you could tell that there was like some sort of joke that he knew that he was into it. He got the joke. Yeah, I've seen Taxi Driver a couple times. I actually think I have the movie. I wasn't as into that. A lot of people really like that one. I don't know. With De Niro and Jodie Foster. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that when we went to the space shuttle, that was awesome. I'd always wanted to see one of those, and so it was very impressive to be underneath that thing. That thing's so big you wouldn't believe how big those things are. 2025 will be Eric's graduation year. Okay, well, only a couple more years to go then. Yeah, it is the below the line guys that do all that actually make the movie happen. Yeah. Why do they call you Booger? I don't know. Big Two's not a fan of Harrison Ford because he's always got a scowl on his face. But The Fugitive was good. The Fugitive was good. Do I like Close Encounters? Yeah, yeah, I love Close Encounters. That's a great movie. I like a lot of the early Spielberg movies. Jaws, Close Encounters, E.T. That's good. I'm glad you got the T-shirt, PDXer. Yeah, I decided. You know what? It was time I start sending out some postcards. You like Ford in the Indiana Jones and Star Wars movies? Yeah, yeah, I agree. You got back from Glendale, California. It's a nice place. Yeah, I've been there. I've been to Glendale. Glendale isn't that far. You know, anything kind of in Southern California, I've probably been there. Yeah, yeah, the t-shirts went well. I'm very happy. You know, like I said, it that was never really about making money for me. It was just I didn't want to lose money, and I didn't lose money. So that was what counted in the whole thing. And I sold a few T-shirts, and people wanted them, and that's good. I'm glad I made my viewers happy, and I was really really happy that Dana Pretzer donated so many T-shirts because it was all my hardcore viewers that won them. The ones that watch all the time. So I was so happy that that the viewers that there was the hardcore fans that got them. So that was great. And the infamous. I was looking for. I have a roll of clear transparent packing tape, and I spent an hour looking for that, and I could not find it. And I said, well, I want to seal these up. I want to make sure they don't come up. And I was painting in the kitchen, so I had the masking tape, and that's what I ended up using. Yeah. I will, Connie. I'll definitely tell her. I mean, I know she watches these live streams. It blows me away, but she'll put them on and she'll watch them and she'll comment. She'll tell me about things that she saw. Comments that you read or that she wrote, she read from you. So she'll probably see your comment, Connie. Tracy's got to go run some errands. Okay. Goodbye, Tracy. Thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you. I think they filmed part of the movie of Jaws out in Port Lincoln. Could be. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that the T-shirts went over well. Eric framed his postcard. That's cool. If you need more, Eric, you can get them at the HEB on Valley Mills, right near the 35. That's where I got them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what postage would have been to Australia, but you're right. I mean, it was like $21 to ship it to Canada. So yeah, I know. I agree. Better look it up, see if there's a Big Frog franchise in Australia. Maybe I could get the people here to send them the image, and you could just have them go print one for yourself. I don't know if Big Frog's that big. I think they're just kind of medium frog. Well, we can look. Let's see. Don't want you to do that. Come on, give me a break. Just want to see if I can find out where the locations are here. Applications. There, they don't make this easy, do they? No, it looks like it's just in the U.S. Although it does look like they have a Canadian branch, at least one in Alberta, in Edmonton. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything in Australia. Sorry. That'd be cool if I could just have them send the image because I bet you they'd do that. Maybe it's called the Hopper from Down Under. Yeah, that's too bad. It would be great, you know. I asked if they had like a custom fulfillment kind of thing, you know, kind of like Spreadshirt or the other shirt place that Jordan used to use, you know, where people could order online and have their shirt shipped to them. But unfortunately, they don't really do that. Edmonton is about 6 hours. Hey, that'd be worth it for a T-shirt, right? Yeah, I wish there was like a good option for that. Hey, there comes Bite. How's my buddy? Yeah, yeah, that's how it always is, right? Oh, there's Dana. Yeah, we've been talking about you. Gene's got to check out. Thanks for stopping in, Gene. It was good to see you. They're calling you Slim. That's about as ironic as calling the tortoise Flash. So yeah, that's what I ought to do. Is I ought to name my pets the exact opposite of what they are. Tortoise is Flash, Nibble is Slim, and Bite is Slimmer. How's the garden growing? I'm getting some tomatoes off of some good sized tomatoes. I got about three of them right now that are about the size of a baseball that I've gotten already. Hearing kind of a winding down sound. I guess it's just the air conditioning going off. Jeff made a summer salad, and Breck's waiting for the tomatoes so he can make some. That sounds good. Elvis is going to go swimming. It's 90 and sunny in Chicago, so yeah, that's a good place for a good time to go to the pool. Any strawberries? No, I don't. I'm not growing strawberries this time, but that might be something fun because I love, 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 love strawberries. What are those gourd things? Yeah, that's. I never did figure out exactly what they were, but when I ripped them out of that elevated garden that used to be in the yard, and replaced it with the new gardens, the new beds, I just kind of threw the old stuff into the corner there where Flash's cave is, and they're growing again, and it's just kind of covered up the whole area there. So Elvis has left the building. Yep. 1:30 in the morning in the middle of winter. Yeah, probably not the best pool weather, Sammy. Yeah, Flash is going to love this place when she gets here. Of course, it sounds like it's getting increasingly hard to convince Beth that she's going to have to give her up. I think Beth really likes Flash. I was talking to my mom the other day, and I'm going to probably have to get Beth her own tortoise. There'll be all sorts of places for Flash to explore, and all sorts of things for her to try and eat. Yeah, a good thing for us that Sammy's a night owl. Sammy's here like every week. I mean, you got to remember it's like 1:30 in the morning there. I don't know if I'd be up at 1:30 in the morning every week doing a live stream, but well, the nice thing about babysitting Flash is just an autopilot pet, really. You don't have to do anything for her. Beth babies her. Beth brings her lettuce and strawberries and tomatoes and all sorts of stuff like that. And so, but basically, Flash, can just graze on the grass in the backyard and she'll be happy as a clam. Sammy deserves a free tea for that. Yeah, probably. Sammy looks forward to the Sunday nights here for the live stream. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. There's a couple places in the shed that she could probably get under. She won't be able to get under the shed because there's actually a concrete footing under there. But that ramp that goes into the shed, she might be able to get underneath that. Like I said, I don't mind the places that she chooses to go as long as she's safe. She had when she was in California, she had what I called her winter home and her summer home. There were two boxes that she could sleep in, or sometimes in the summer she just slept in the yard. She'd find a little corner, pull into it, and that's all she'd do. But she always had the wisdom to go into the winter home where she hibernated, which was good. The winter home was under the patio cover, so it always kept her dry. I mean, I told you about the time that Flash got out of the backyard in California and headed down to the end of the street, and found her way in front of a neighbor's house, probably like 8 or 10 houses down, and was babysat there for like 4 or 5 days. And the family had like a little 4 or 5 year old daughter who just absolutely loved Flash and spoiled her rotten, feeding her strawberries all the time. When I got Flash back, her face was stained red from strawberries. Your friend's tortoise thought your big painted red toe nail was a strawberry and almost bit you. That's awesome. That's what I've heard about Bill Murray is that he's kind of a jerk to his fans. You wouldn't think it. He seems like a really jovial, friendly guy, but I've heard it from several sources that he's just a jerk. Yeah, Flash loves strawberries. Oh man, does she love strawberries? I mean, she'll eat just about anything that's fruit, but she loves strawberries. She'll eat carrots, she'll eat celery, lettuce, kale. I think anything but citrus and pineapple. I don't think she'd like pineapple. Oh, the one that almost bit you was a huge one. Yeah, tortoise. Flash is only about that big around, about the size of a soccer ball. So I mean, make sure that doesn't go to sleep, so you can be up for the live stream. Appreciate that. Or you can just take a nap a little earlier and be ready. Yeah, I believe that's as big as she's going to get. I believe that she's probably 80 years old, so I don't think she's going to grow anymore. That's one of the things I want to do when I get her out here is get a real accurate age on her. I did it a number of years ago, and she's ancient. She really is. But I have better technology at my disposal now, so get up close and personal and figure out really how old she is. What am I planning for supper? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. Got to pull something out of the freezer soon here, though, or else it'll be frozen when dinner time comes around. Maybe just a simple hamburger or something like that. Just because I got those tomatoes, um, and I love tomatoes on hamburgers. You had a box turtle as a kid, yeah, yeah. Those are fun too. How do they determine the age? Well, the individual segments on the shells of a tortoise are like the rings of a tree. And so if you count the rings, you can determine the age. Do I need to set up a little pool in the yard for Flash? No, I don't think so. Flash had access to, there was a pond in the house in California, and Flash never went anywhere near that. She didn't want anything to do with that. In fact, the only time she was anywhere near the pool or the pond was when I had it drained. And then she liked to go four-wheeling down the side of it. But no, she didn't want it for water. I never saw her anywhere near the pond. Flash seems to get all her moisture and water from what she eats, and occasionally drinking water out of like rain puddles and stuff like that. And there'll be plenty of that here. I haven't picked up an air fryer yet. I've heard a lot of people talk about them. You know, it's maybe one of those things I'll get at some point, but don't have one yet. Breck drinking water. It's like a Warhol film. Maybe I'll get all these old DVDs out of the way here. Maybe Bite will come and visit. I'm thinking of all of his favorite hiding or all of his favorite laying down spaces here. So Black Dot's checking out. Thanks for being here, Black Dot. Good to talk to you again. Actually, when I cook dinner, more often than not, it's on the barbecue outside. So in this case, it's a nice day for hot day cooking outside. Doesn't mean I sit there and hover over the barbecue the whole time. You know, flip whatever it is and then come in and enjoy the cool. But water's gone. Not quite. We got a little bit more left. Live stream's not over yet. Funny how Bite and Nibble just haven't. Usually Bite's out here at least sometimes making an appearance. Come on, buddy. They want to see your pretty face. Bite. Yeah, I guess not. Hey, Chubba Wubba, they're asking for you. I'm doing well, and I talked to my mom last week, so she was doing fine then. I actually sent her some pictures of the kitchen, and she replied to that, and she was happy how it turned out. All right, Cindy's checking out too. Thanks, Cindy. Appreciate you stopping in. The pool's getting comfortable again, Eric. So yeah, definitely be getting in again. It's been warm for the last couple of days, as you know, and it's supposed to be that way now for the next week or 10 days at least. Although that could change. You know how the weather is here. You know, the weather can change in an instant here. But yeah, kitchen turned out well. In fact, I'm going to have to maybe get to the point where I close some more windows here because it's all kind of saturated behind there now because it's so bright in there. Yeah, I don't think Bite wants to come out and visit us. Yeah, I just got to get the rest of the kitchen put back together. Right now, a lot of it's still here in the living room. See, I think this is probably the reason we're not getting more visits from Bite too, because he's a little freaked out with everything out here. But that's sort of the project for the day. I want to get the shelf up above the window here and get the cabinets to go up there and all that stuff put back in there. Then the kitchen table can go back in, and we'll really truly get it all finished up. Like I said, I got the two side cabinets here, this one and this one, installed last week, but didn't really do much during my work week because after 12 hours of work, I want to come home and just relax. So crazy weather on Cape Cod, huh? either too hot or a drizzly day. Yeah, that's sort of what we where we are now. We're kind of in that season here in Texas where most of the time it's really hot, but then all of a sudden you get some freak storm that blows in that even catches the weather people by surprise. Yeah, I just thought of something I had to put on this little light back here instead of the skull here. I'll put my water on it, then you can see the water level. I don't know. Is that kind of interesting looking? I don't know. We'll see. It's a psychedelic coaster. A good name for a band, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the psychedelic coasters. Monsoon season. Yeah, I guess that's sort of what it is, isn't it? You don't like the lightning at night? Yeah. The kiddies don't like the thunder. That kind of freaks them out. They go hide in the bathroom when that happens. You bought your grandson one of those jellyfish lamps like I had? That's cool. You like the rotating little lights on the ceiling? Yeah, that's just it's a little solid state red and green laser. Something I got at um, Spencer Gifts. It used to be something I would use for decorating the house at Christmas. You just shine it on the side of the house, and it just kind of became a cliche. Everybody had one, so at that point, it's like, oh, come on, give me a break. Too much. Yeah, I'm with you, Sammy. I love the sound of rain and thunder too. That's why you end up getting a whole bunch of those when it rains here. I'll try and get video footage because that's exactly what you're talking about too. Is the because when I do rain in the backyard, it's under my corrugated metal patio cover, and so that gets that sound. And then I usually I'm also recording the thunder from the with that little digital recorder thing I have, and then combine the two together. And I'm getting really good results with that. So very happy with the results I get with that thing. Do you have any more vintage videos like the bungee jump or zip line? As a matter of fact, I was just thinking about that this morning. There is one more video that I have. The bungee jump and the zip lining were both things that we did to celebrate Beth's birthday. Beth liked to go out on adventures and do stuff like that. And there was a third adventure that we did where we jumped out of an airplane, parachuted to the ground. And I got video footage of that. And I was just thinking this morning, I probably ought to put that one up at some point. What's my favorite scene in Stripes? I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I have to go back and watch it again. Lightning always makes good vlog footage. Yeah, there's some people who say, yeah, that's boring. I skip past that. It's like, you know what? Whatever. I like it. It makes me happy to record that and get footage of it. And a lot of people like them. So I will keep doing them. I'm not gonna stop, doing a certain kind of thing in my videos just because one person says, I don't like that. That's boring. This is my vlog. You don't like it, you go make your own. This vlog is going to be about the things that make me happy. If they make you happy too, that's great. If they don't, there's the unsubscribe button. That's the weird thing sometimes about viewers is like rather than it isn't enough to say yeah I'm not into that, I'm not going to watch that. No, they got to say I don't like that, don't do that anymore. It's like, yeah, right, who do you think you are? Well, that's sort of what I'm doing, Kathleen. This isn't even really about views. You know, truth is, I'm getting fewer views now than I was a year ago. But you know what? Whatever. That's it isn't about hey, let's get as many views as I can. I'm not looking to turn this into a career. This is something I do because I enjoy doing it and because I enjoy talking to you guys. And that's all this is about. And, that's what it's going to continue to be about. And if there's something else that I think kind of makes me, that makes me happy, then I'll do that too. But you could hear the thunder when I was making the jello. Actually, that was a little trick of video because it wasn't actually raining when I did that. I actually recorded the lightning and thunder with the digital recorder several hours before I shot the vlog and then superimposed it over the top of the video in the editing process. So little insider tip there. It wasn't actually raining when I was shooting that video. It was just a little subtle thing I did in the background, though. And I wanted to know if anyone would see that, would pick that up. A couple people did. I do like little insider things like that. I love that kind of stuff. The effect turned out really well. I didn't want it to be overwhelming, so I actually knocked it down in volume a little bit. But I like the effect. Well, the one thing you can say about me, Kathleen, is I'm real. This is who I am. I do what's interesting to me. It's fixing up my house. It's doing stuff in the garden. It's doing some cooking. That kind of stuff. Those are the things that are interesting to me. Or going out and seeing things that I like. That's what I'm going to do. And if you like that, then this is a good vlog for you. Truth is, I still don't understand what it is you guys watch. I thought for sure that beer brewery one would be a really great video, and that was actually probably one of my least successful videos in the past 10 days or so. But whatever, it was of interest to me, so that's what I'm going to do. Well, that's sort of what I discovered about Jordan's videos too. Is I'd look at the title and it'd be about some Hollywood actor that I'd never heard of, and saying, "Oh, this isn't going to be interesting." But by the end of the time, after I watched the video, it's like, "Wow, that was actually fascinating." The one where I did the fireworks in the street to Jordan's band was cool. Yeah, actually, we did the fireworks thing first, and then Jordan liked that so much he wanted to use it in the music video, so it kind of became the central focus of the video. We put all the rest of the components over the top of that. What's my favorite Bill Murray video or movie? Oh man, it's hard to say. I loved him in Ed Wood. I thought he was fantastic in that. That was such a non-typical role for him. Like the one where about picking up hitchhikers when I picked up Jordan at the airport. Yeah, Jaw's a great dog. You like the beer vlog, but you don't drink beer. Huh, that's fine. Like I said, that's something that's interesting to me, and the idea that I got to go in and get a tour of that place, and the guy was willing to talk to me and talk to me on camera. That was fun. Sammy liked the beer vlog too. That's good. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, if it really was about doing videos, I would have looked at that video and say, okay, well, I'm not doing that again. But you know what? It isn't. It's about doing things that I enjoy and showing off those things. And if you like it, great. If you don't, I'll see you next time. I've said this before. I don't have to do this. There's not that much money in this. That's not what it. But that's not what this is about. Maybe the psychedelic coaster isn't the best idea. It's too much of a reach to get it. Yeah, I agree with you, Kathleen. And maybe it comes from the fact that I actually worked at Disney, so I was there like every day. And I don't know. I don't get. I was seeing people comment that Adam the Woo is like going to Disney now almost every day, and it's like I don't get how people can do that. Even Disney World, I'd be burned out on that place. You can only go so many times, and it's like, you know, I mean, there are people though that are just really, really, really into that place, and you run into them all the time when you work there because a lot of them go get jobs there, and it's just they're Disney fanatics. Maybe that's why I didn't ever work out. I wasn't a Disney fanatic. I just saw it as a job. It was a job I always tried to do my best at, but you know, they were never really willing to give me a shake at that. So, well, all my viewers are special, Connie. So I'm not trying to make you feel. You just are. It's that's why I really do this. I do this to do this for you. Tooth has been watching episodes of Carol Burnett with Harvey Korman and Tim Conway. Yeah, those are always awesome. Something popped up on my timeline the other day that it was an episode of Carol Burnett's show, and I think it was Tim Conway was being awarded something, and Carol Burnett was the queen, and she was trying to give Tim Conway a medal, and he didn't want a medal; he wanted a pony. I actually think Harvey Korman was the king and Carol was the queen. At the end, they got so tired of him that Harvey Korman got down on his hands and knees behind Tim Conway, and Carol Burnett pushed him over. You like me because I am who I am, but I don't put on a fake persona. But I just admitted that I faked that video with the thunder when I was doing the Jello. So it is fake on some level. Maybe I'm not fake, but that video was a little fake. Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, he played Headley Lamar. Jordan was a huge fan of Bill Burr. In fact, I think he knows him on some level. Just another one of those many, many, many people that Jordan knows. Because before Jordan got into vlogging, he was actually going to try and do like a podcast, and then it just kind of turned into the vlog, and well, we all know where that went. Those were actually my favorite episodes to PDXer when one of them would say something and the other would break character and just start laughing. That was the funniest part. A couple times you caught yourself thinking, "Slow down, Breck, I can't keep up." Sure, or hand me a tool. That's the beauty. You can hit the pause button if I'm going too fast. They're also good friends with Joe Rogan. That's cool. Yeah, I get because for a while there, Jordan was hanging out at the Comedy Store a lot in Hollywood, and and a lot of those people would show up at places like that, and so he got to meet and know a lot of people, and he Jordan's just one of those people that network. He learns, he meets somebody, and then that leads to someone else, who leads to someone else, and that's his gift, and that's part of, I think, what makes him a great vlogger because that gives him access to things that so many other people could never get access to. Yeah, the dentist skit was funny. You love the kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen turned out good. I'm actually thinking now, since the kitchen is so much brighter, I might have to close some of the windows because you look behind us, it's all kind of washed out right now. I have to close some windows to reduce the light in there a little bit. But yeah, the kitchen turned out great. You'll see that on Tuesday when we finish up the painting. Actually, I finished up the painting on Wednesday, so you're looking at the finished product right now. But the video that went up last night, that just shows after I rolled on the ceiling and the walls, but hadn't really done gone along the lines and touched everything up and finished up the crown molding and the baseboards and all that stuff. But it turned out well. I'm happy with it. I'm looking slim and healthy. Well, fortunately, you're only seeing me from here up. You look at me from here down. It's like I'm fat and Maybe unhealthy. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, the second Pfizer vaccine now, huh? That's good. Am I omitting the QBs from above the window? No, they're just not installed yet. I kind of ran out of time on the on Wednesday after I finished the painting. The painting got finished late in the day, and I got these two shelves reinstalled. But that's all I've really gotten back in there. So that's what the video is going to be for today, is finishing that off. Is that the Instant Pot or R2D2? That's the Instant Pot. I could understand the mistake though. Good morning from Brisbane, Australia. 4 a.m. Whoa. On Monday the 26th. You're living in the future. It's tomorrow there. Or I'm living in the past, one of the two. It's Sunday at 1 p.m. here. Top vloggers are checking out. You've been here the whole time, so appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by. Where are the cats now? I think they're hiding in their room. It's the second time today that it tells me that the chat has been disconnected. There we go. Adam's an hour in the future, huh? All right. Must be on East Coast time then. So how is it in the future? Is it everything we ever heard about? Kitty cats are good. Flash is still in California, but we're gonna go get her at some point. It's just a matter of me getting the time off, and that's all just a matter of me getting off my butt and asking for it, because I'm sure the boss will approve it. What I'm thinking I'll probably do is I'll just wait until summer's passed. Uh, that way, because I think a lot of people want to take vacation during the summer. Yeah, I think Bite is a little freaked out because the kitchen's sort of torn apart. Much of the kitchen's in here right now because that's the kitchen table, and this stuff here is a lot of the stuff that's like in those shelves that are above the windows. So I think that's probably why he's not making himself that visible today. He was here a little bit, but he hasn't even been up on the couch at all today. I think he's a little freaked out by all the changes in here. So maybe he'll be back to normal next week. Yeah, I always try and commit to staying on for 2 hours. That way it gives everyone, and trying to come on at the same time every week too. That way, if you really want to participate, about when I'll be on. And if you're in the general area, I know I sit there and I watch the numbers. People are coming, people are going, and I'm sure it's not the same people here all the time. People come on, they're in for 20 minutes and then they check out, and other people pop in and do that. So, it just kind of gives everyone a chance. Did I go to the Comedy Store? Yeah, Jordan and I went to the Comedy Store a bunch of times. There was a weekly show we used to go visit every week. Hence the reason it was a weekly show. But I've been to the Comedy Store a bunch of times. Yeah, it's a fun place. Yeah, we're working home. We're going great. I painted last weekend in the kitchen, so that was the kind of the big job last week. I got to do a little bit more fix up work there. Job's going great. Very happy. We're summer here, so it's always very high temps, but there've been really high temps on the West Coast, which is unusual, especially in the Northwest West Coast. Because Washington and Oregon have been, even my mom's been reporting, in Northern California that it's just freakishly warm temperatures right now. Really got to catch up. You've been busy lately. You don't need to apologize for that. Hey, we have our lives. That's the beauty of live streams and of vlogging. You can just, the videos are up there. You can go back and watch them. You can just sit and binge watch them if you want. They're all there. And I leave all my live streams up, so. British Columbia is having a lot of fires now. That doesn't surprise me. With all the heat, not at all. That dries everything out. And yeah, actually, you're right. It does look kind of a lime green color, but it is actually. Let's go mobile here, and I'll actually take you in there and show you, give you a little, give you a little bit of a preview of what you're going to see on today's video. Won't show you too much of it, but I don't know if that gives you. That's actually a pretty accurate color of it. It's a little bit more yellow than that. It's kind of a little bit washed out, but I think it turned out really well in here. I like the color. It's nice and bright in here. And like I said, I still got to put the shelf up above the window and those little cabinets that go up there. And I don't have these all filled in yet, but that's the project for today. So there you go. There's your mobile tour. And like I said, I still got all this stuff down here on the ground. Here, I got to put up. Those are the shelves. Those right there. I'm sorry, I pointed at the monitor. You can't see that. Those are the shelves that are going to go, or the cabinets that go over the shelf, and the kitchen table, and much of the stuff that goes in there. So, like I said, we still got to do that. That's going to probably be the project for the day. Put everything down, plug you back in here, grab the power monitor here. All right, we're back in business. Yeah, the yellow turned out nice. I'm happy with the color. It's not exactly the color I was looking for. The one I had, I was trying to duplicate as close to possible the color I had in California. And the color I had in California was a little lighter. This is a little bit more of a golden color to it, but it's perfectly fine. And it brightens up the kitchen significantly for two reasons. First off, it's a brighter color to begin with, and second of all, the people that had this house before me, I don't know if they painted just before they moved or what, but they like to use like flat paint, matte paint, matte finish. I like kind of a semi-gloss because then it reflects light a little bit. It's got kind of a glassy finish to it, and it reflects light a little bit more. Yeah, the yellow really does pop against the white. I agree with you. Actually, we haven't had much of a chance to go see Bite and Nibble. Let's go see Bite and Nibble. You want to see Bite and Nibble, right? It's the beauty of a laptop. You can just pick it up and walk around with it. There's Bite and Nibble for you. Just taking a nap, chilling out. Kind of figured that's where I'd find him. Not very often. Nibble just doesn't really like to be handled that much. She'll let you do it, but she's not really that tolerant of it. Look at that stink eye she's giving me. Why are you touching me? You know I don't like that. Secretly she does though, because secretly you'll occasionally hear her start purring when you do that. All right, back to your nap. Of course, I got kitty hair all over me now too. That's always fun. Let's see, what did I miss? Yeah, that's the kitties. Have I figured out how I'm going to mount the cabinets? Yeah, I was actually out in the garage and I've got some other shelving brackets. In fact, let me show you what I think the problem was. These are the shelves here that were holding, or the brackets that were holding the shelves up. And what they did is they drilled one hole through here, and that went into the wall. And then they had another hole here, and this is like one of those picture holding frame things. And you'd put a screw in there and then pull it down and then drive the other screw in. Well, the problem is when it was on the wall, the weight would pull it a little bit like this, and so the shelf would be leaning forward. And so I think it probably just the fact that the screw that went into here wasn't perfectly flush with the wall. So I probably could almost get away with using these shelves again, and this time just do it right. Make sure you get it perfectly in there so that the shelf is nice and snug against the wall. Then this would hold, because this is a perfect right angle, but the problem was it was hanging away from the wall a little bit, and that made the shelf drape down. But I've got some other shelf brackets in the garage that I noticed. I don't know. It seems to me I have more shelf brackets than I have shelves. So it may just be that, these may be ones I bought at another time and didn't use or something like that. So I may try using them this time, because then I can really drive them into anchor them into the wall really well, and then they should hold. So I think those are the ones I'm going to use instead of these, and then we should eliminate that problem. It's just a matter of making sure I get the shelf spacing, the shelf height exactly right, because you want it to be perfectly flush with these, so that the cabinets I put on top of them are at the same height as this piece here. Because see, this piece is separate from this piece here, and there's it's attached here. And so, basically what I want to do is run the shelf from here to here. In fact, you can see the separation right there between this piece and the piece on top. And so the shelf needs to go from here to here, and so I can put the pieces on top. And I got to get the spacing just right. So that's going to take a little bit of work, but I'll figure that out. You like the kitchen without the shelving cabinet? Yeah, I like the extra storage because there's stuff that I don't use every day that's nice to put in there. I have like food processors and blenders and stuff that isn't used all the time, that doesn't need. Sorry, I got a cat hair on my tongue here and it's bugging me. There's stuff I don't need to use all the time that I put in there. There's also like holiday dishes and certain kinds of glasses and stuff like that, like I said, I don't use all the time, and it's a perfect place to put them. So I like them. I like the extra storage space, and it's the right thing for me. So they're cheap stuff from IKEA though, so there's that. How's my mom? My mom is good. My mom is good. I haven't actually talked to her now in 7 days because she usually calls on Sunday afternoon. But that's the way it is. So I will talk to her later on today, and we'll go from there. The kid just scooped some ice cream with his fingers. Awesome. I know what that's like. Hi, Michael. Glad you're here. Yeah, right at the end, but that's okay. Yeah, no, it's probably the right way because you want to have the. I think I'd want to have the long end against the wall because then you get the most strength. In fact, I would almost have maybe put this hole further down to give it more strength too, but that's okay. Because obviously it was designed to be that way because that's the hole for the hook, and there isn't one on the top. So thank you, Mistress Beats. I appreciate that. I'm glad your T-shirt arrived, and that it fits great. That makes me. I'm glad to hear that everyone's getting them and everyone likes their shirts. I thought they were a nice quality shirt. I would like to do screen printing next time, and maybe we'll do that on the next one. But they had just such a great deal in terms of doing this process, and it worked really well. So I'm happy with the results, and you know what? I'm happy that people like their shirts. So anyway, we've been going for our 2 hours now. So I think I'm going to pull the plug on this one because I got a little bit more vlogging to do today. So thanks everyone for stopping in. This was fun. I had a great talk today. I will see you next time. Oh, that's right. I forgot I disconnected the mouse and have not reconnected it yet. So I'm going to do this with a little touchpad. Thanks everyone. Talk to you next time.